Good afternoon, fifth grade families. This is Mrs. Crawford coming to you with an update. I know it's been a while, but there is a lot coming up, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page about all the things. So first reminder, first and foremost, that I have library books. So any overdue library books that your students have that need to be turned in should be turned in as soon as possible. Now the librarian is going to let us keep, or let the students keep, their library books through STAR testing time, and our last STAR test is on Thursday, May 19th. So after that, all books should be turned in. If your student has books that were due before this last time they went to the library, so that would be anything with a due date before May 6th, those should be turned in as soon as possible. If your student has misplaced those books and they can't find them, then you will need to pay for them. The way that I did mine is I cut mine up into strips. I'm trying to find an example here. Cut mine into strips. So it's going to be something small like this that has your student's name and the books on there, and the price of the book is also listed on that paper. So if your student has lost the book, pay for those as soon as you can, or just find them and turn them in. Also, the library only takes exact change if you're paying in cash. So please make sure that if you're sending money for books, that it's exact change. STAR testing days. STAR test is coming up. Our first STAR test will be next Thursday, May 12th, and that's over reading. So as usual, please make sure your student gets a good night's rest the night before, and that they have a book here that they can read when they get done. When I'm administering tests here in my class, that's the biggest issue that I have. And I've heard the same from Miss Williams and Miss Butler, is that we have kiddos that are falling asleep. So please make sure they get a good night's sleep the night before any STAR test. Also, there will be no backpacks on those days. So those are no backpack days. We will be taking up any cell phones or smartwatches. So if your preference is for it not to be taken up, then your student should leave it at home. Otherwise, we're going to collect those cell phones, and then they take them out of the testing environment to a separate area. So if you don't want that to happen with your students' electronic devices, and that's cell phones, tablets, smartwatches, anything like that, if you don't want those to be taken up on testing days, then just have your student leave those at home, okay? And when I say they're going to be taken up, they take mine too. So that's not just a student thing. That's any kind of electronic device will be taken up that day or on those days. And then also there will be no backpacks on those days. And so that's Thursday, May 12th, Tuesday, May 17th, and Thursday, May 19th for all the STAR tests that your student takes as a fifth grader. Next, Pep Rally colors. So our STAR Pep Rally is coming up on Friday. And each class has a color that they're going to wear to represent their class. Our class color for Crawford homeroom is black. The class color for Miss Butler's homeroom is yellow. And the class color for Miss Williams' homeroom is red. And we're wearing those colors on Friday. And it doesn't have to be a plain t-shirt of that color. We don't want parents to go out and be purchasing things for your student. And when we were talking about the Pep Rally, I may have gotten a little carried away because the students know how competitive I am. And I told them that I was going to be coming to school in all black on Friday, prepared to win. So if your student says, Ms. Crawford said we have to wear all black, that was just me getting caught up in the moment. Okay, so as long as your student, and it doesn't have to be a plain t-shirt again. So if your student has like a graphic t-shirt that's in their class color, that's totally fine. Okay. And that's on this coming Friday, May 6th. Talk about that. Award ceremony, fifth grade award ceremony. So we're going to do award ceremonies the way that we've done them in the past. They will be virtual, and the link will be shared by your homeroom teacher. And we will also be recording those sessions, because I know we have some parents that have students in more than one class. Across the grade level, not just in our switch group, but in the other switch group. So we will be recording those award ceremonies so that you can view them later. But those ceremonies will be on May 25th at 9 a.m. Again, they will be virtual. In the past, they go very quickly. We read the student's name and all the awards that student has, and then we move on to the next student. So it's something that usually doesn't take any more than 10 minutes, and we will be starting right at 9 a.m. So another piece to that puzzle, once we get started reading the awards, it's really tough to go back and click people in to admit them. So we will have the links open early so that you can be admitted, because right at 9 a.m. we're rolling. Okay, I'm going to hit the record button and we're going to start. So just, be aware of that, because if it's after 9, it's possible that I won't be able to see to admit you, because I'm going to set the camera up to where the kids are like walking across the front of the room to receive their award, and my computer is anchored back here. So I won't be able to see that because I'll be up there with the students doing the awards. But that's on May 25th at 9 a.m. Next, end of year party. So the students are going to be going to Golden Corral as a 5th grade group the last week of school. I believe it's that Tuesday. So because they're doing that as a 5th grade group, we're not having like a big class party. What we're doing is a class movie day. So the kids will get to pick what movie they're going to watch, and then they can eat their snacks. So we've told the students they can bring whatever snack they want to eat on that day. And we're just asking that whatever comes up is not opened already so we can avoid some, transport messes. Also, whatever your student brings needs to be just for them. So the example I use with the kids, if you're bringing like a big bag of blue Takis and you're like, oh, me and my bestie are going to share these Takis. Hold on. Whatever snacks your student brings needs to be just for them. Now, if the entire big bag of blue Takis is for them, more power to you. If you as a parent want to provide something for your student's entire class, please contact your homeroom teacher directly. That's not really something that I want to leave to, and I love the students, don't get me wrong, we love our babies, but that's the kind of thing I'd want to coordinate directly with an adult. If your student's like, hey, let's bring cupcakes, and then there's like 5 other students that say, let's bring cupcakes, well, then we've got like 6 dozen cupcakes for a class of 22 kids. So if there's something that you want to bring for the entire homeroom, please reach out to your student's homeroom teacher directly so that we can coordinate that and make sure that we don't have a lot of the same thing, if that's what you're wanting to do. Because, again, that's not required. But if that's something you're interested in, please contact your student's homeroom teacher directly. And something else that I would like to invite you all to, and I haven't really said much to the 5th graders about this because I think it's supposed to be a surprise, but I'm not for sure. But we are having what is known as, or what we're going to call the clap out. So with the new leadership that we have here, something that Mr. Nieto and Mrs. Boyce really want us to do, and that I love, is that we're starting traditions with our 5th graders. And, our babies get to be the first ones to implement these traditions and start them. So another one of those is going to be the clap out. And we've seen these before, or I know I have. Normally what will happen, we'll have graduating seniors come through, and the students will line the hallways and clap for the seniors as they come through. We're going to do that same thing, but with our 5th graders. And I know we've only been open since 2019, so your students only going to see like their 3rd and their 4th grade teacher. But I tell the kids all the time, you never know who's watching you, and I wish you all could see the looks on some of our kindergarten and pre-K kiddos' faces when they see the 5th graders walk by. Like they're just in awe. So we want to do that on the last day of school, which is May 27th. That's also an early dismissal day. So I wanted to let you know that's coming. So please mark your calendars for that day. That's May 27th. That's also the same day that we're going to have our class movie day. So lots of things going on, lots of moving pieces. Because of that, please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have a question or a concern about something, because we just want to make sure that we're all on the same page on what we're doing for our 5th grade kiddos who are about to be middle schoolers in about 3 weeks. I told them that this morning, and they said that I needed to recount the dates on my calendar. I said, oh no, like if we're not counting this week, you have 3 weeks left. So if there's anything that you all have questions, concerns about, please don't hesitate to reach out. As always, thank you for your time and attention, and reach out if you have a question or a concern. Thanks.